Shalom Lechem, Kal Yeshura'el. How's your peace, Israel? Welcome back to another video. And we're going to deal with the topic at hand, which is there any hope for Esau in the last days? Okay. And we're going to pick it up in the book of Genesis, chapter 33. And it reads on this wise. Now Jacob looked up, and there was Esau, coming with his 400 men. So he divided the children among Leah, Rachel, and the two female servants. He put the female servants and their children in front, Leah and her children next, and Rachel and Joseph in the rear. He himself went on ahead and bowed down to the ground 7 times as he approached his brother. But Esau ran to meet Jacob and embraced him. He threw his arms around his neck and kissed him, and they wept. Then Esau looked up and saw the women and children. Who are these with you? He asked. Jacob answered, They are the children God has graciously given your servant. Then the female servants and their children approached and bowed. Next Leah and her children came and bowed down. Last of all came Joseph and Rachel, and they too bowed down. Esau asked, What's the meaning of all these flocks and herds I met? To find favor in your eyes, my lord, he said. But Esau said, I already have plenty, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself. No, please, said Jacob. If I have found favor in your eyes, accept this gift from me. For to see your face is like seeing the face of God. Now that you have received me favorably, please accept the present that was brought to you. For God has been gracious to me, and I have all I need. And because Jacob insisted, Esau accepted it. Then Esau said, Let us be on our way. I'll accompany you. But Jacob said to him, My Lord knows that the children are tender, and that I must care for the ewes and the cows that are nursing their young. If they are driven hard just one day, all the animals will die. So let my Lord go on ahead of his servant, while I move along slowly at the pace of the flocks and herds before me, and the pace of the children, until I come to my Lord in Seir. Esau said, Then let me leave some of my men with you. But why do that? Asked Jacob. Just let me find favor in the eyes of my Lord. So that day Esau started on his way back to Seir. Jacob, however, went to Sukkot, where he built a place for himself and made shelters for his livestock. That is why the place is called Sukkot. After Jacob came from Padan Aram, he arrived safely at the city of Shechem in Canaan, and camped within the sight of the city. For 100 pieces of silver he brought from the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, the plot of ground where he pitched his tent. There he set up an altar and called it El Eloi Israel. Okay? And that was Esau and Jacob reconcile, suggesting a potential for peace and acceptance. Okay? We're going to go into the book of Amos, chapter 9, verses 11 to 12. And it reads on this wise. In that day I will restore David's fallen shelter. I will repair its broken walls and restore its ruins. I will build it as it used to be, so that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the nations that bear my name, declares the Lord, who will do these things. Okay, that was a prophecy of a future time when Israel's borders will include those of Edom, Esau's lineage, indicating a place among the nations. Now we're going to go into the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verses 15 to verse 18, and it reads on this wise. The day of the Lord is near for all nations. As you have done, it will be done to you. Your deeds will return upon your own head. Just as you drank on my holy hill, so all the nations will drink continually. They will drink and be as if they never had been. But on Mount Zion there will be deliverance. It will be holy, and Jacob will possess his inheritance. Jacob will be a fire, and Joseph a flame. Esau will be stubble, and they will set him on fire and destroy him. And there will be no survivors from Esau, the Lord has spoken. Okay. That was Esau's descendants faced judgment for hostility towards Israel, but restoration is implied for those seeking righteousness. Okay, a couple more scriptures. We're going to go into the book of Romans, chapter 9, verses 13. And it reads on this wise: Just as it is written, Jacob I loved, but Esau I hated. Jacob I loved, but Esau I hated. Though Paul emphasizes God's mercy towards all who repent. Okay? Now we're going to read in the book of Jubilees, chapter 37 to 38. It's a bit of a lengthy one, but it's going to give us some context. And on the day that Isaac, the father of Jacob, and Esau died, the sons of Esau heard that Isaac had given the portion of the elder to his younger son Jacob, and they were very angry. And they strove with their father, saying, Why has thy father given Jacob the portion of the elder, and passed over thee, although thou art the elder, and Jacob the younger? And he said unto them, Because I sold my birthright to Jacob for a small mess of lentils, and on the day my father sent me to hunt and catch and bring him something, that he should eat and bless me, he came with guile, and brought my father food, and drank and drink, and my father blessed him and put me under his hand. And now our father has caused us to swear me and him, that we shall not mutually devise evil against his brother, and that we shall continue in love and in peace, each with his brother, and not make our ways corrupt. And they said unto him, We shall not hearken unto thee to make peace with him, for our strength is greater than his strength, and we are more powerful than he. We shall go against him and slay him, and destroy him and his sons. And if thou wilt not go with us, we shall do hurt to thee also. And now hearken unto us, let us send to Aram, and Philistia, and Moab, Ammon, and let us choose for ourselves chosen men who are ardent for battle, and let us go against him and do battle with him, and let us exterminate him from the earth before he grows strong. And their father said unto them, Do not go and do not make war with him, lest you fall before him. And they said unto him, This too is exactly thy mode of action from thy youth until this day, and thou art put thy neck under his yoke. We shall not hearken to these words. And they sent to Amram and to Adoram, to the friend of their father, and they hired along with them 1,000 fighting men, chosen men of war. And there came to them from Moab and from the children of Ammon, those who were hired, 1,000 chosen men from Philistia, and 1,000 chosen men of war, and from Edom, from the Horites, and 1,000 chosen men from the Kittim, mighty men of war. And they said unto their father, Go forth with them, and lead them, also we shall slay thee. And he was filled with wrath and indignation on seeing that his sons were forcing him to go before them, to lead them against Jacob his brother. But afterwards he remembered all the evil which lay hidden in his heart against Jacob his brother, and he remembered not that the oath which he had sworn to his father, to his mother, that he would devise no evil all his day against Jacob his brother. And notwithstanding all this, Jacob knew not that they were coming against him to battle, and he was mourning for Leah and his wife, until they approached very near to the tower with 4,000 warriors chosen men of war. And the men of Hebron sent to him, saying, Behold, thy brother has come against thee to fight thee, with 4,000 girt with the sword, and they carry shields and weapons, for they loved Jacob more than Esau. So they told him, for Jacob was a more liberal and merciful man than Esau. But Jacob would not believe until they came very near to the tower. And he closed the gates of the tower, and stood on the battlements, and spake to his brother Esau, and said, Noble is the comfort wherein thou hast come to comfort me for my wife who has died. Is this the oath that thou didst swear to thy father again to thy mother before they died? Thou hast broken the oath, and on the moment that thou didst swear to thy father was thou condemned. And then Esau answered and said unto him, Neither the children of men nor the beasts of the earth have any oath of righteousness which in swearing they have sworn an oath valid forever. But every day they devise evil one against another, how each may how each may slay his adversary and foe. And thou dost hate me and my children forever, and there is no observing the tie of brotherhood with thee. Hear these words which I declare unto thee. If the boar can change its skin and make its bristles as soft as wool, or if it can cause horns to sprout forth on its head like the horns of a stag or of a sheep, then I will observe the tie of brotherhood with thee. And if the breasts separate themselves from their mother, for thou hast not been a brother to me, and if the wolves make peace with the lambs, so as to devour or do them violence, and if the hearts are towards them for good, then there shall be peace in my heart towards thee. And if the lion becomes the friend of the ox and makes peace with him, and if he is bound under one yoke with him and ploughs with him, then I will make peace with thee. And when the raven becomes white as the razah, then know I have loved thee, and shall make peace with thee. Thou shalt be rooted out, and thy son shall be rooted out, and there shall be no peace for thee. And when Jacob saw that he was so evilly disposed towards him with his heart, and with all his soul as to slay him, and that he had come springing like the wild boar which comes upon the spear that pierces and kills and recoils not from it, then he spake to his own and to his servants that they should attack him all his companions. Chapter 38. And it reads on this wise. And after that Judah spoke to Jacob his father, and said to him, Bend thy bow, father, and send forth the arrows, and cast down the adversary, and slay the enemy. And mayest thou have the power, for we shall not slay thy brother, for he is such as thou, and he is like thee. Let us give him this honor. Then Jacob bent his bow, and sent forth the arrow, and struck Esau his brother on his right breast, and slew him. And again he sent forth an arrow, and struck Odoran the Aramean on the left breast, and drove him backward, and slew him. And then went forth the sons of Jacob, and they and their servants, dividing themselves into companions on the four sides of the tower. And Judah went forth in front, and Naphtali and Gad with him and 50 servants with him, on the south side of the tower. And they slew all they found before them, and not one individual of them escaped. And Levi and Dan and Asher went forth from the east side of the tower, and 50 men with them, and they slew fighting men of Moab and Ammon. And Reuben and Issachar and Zebulun went forth from the north side of the tower, and 50 men with them, and they slew the fighting men of Philistines. And Simeon and Benjamin and Enoch, Reuben's son, went forth from the west side of the tower, and 50 men with them, and slew of Edom and of the Horites 400 men, stout warriors, and 600 fled. And 4 of the sons of Esau fled with them, and left their father lying slain, as he had fallen on the hill which is in Adoram. And the sons of Jacob pursued after them to the mountains of Seir, and Jacob buried his brother on the hill which is in Adoram, and he returned to his house. And the sons of Jacob pressed hard upon the sons of Esau in the mountain of Seir, and bowed their necks, so that they became servants of the sons of Jacob. And they sent to their father to inquire whether they should make peace with them or slay them. And Jacob sent word to his sons that they should make peace. And they made peace with them, and placed the yoke of servitude upon them, so that they paid tribute to Jacob and to his sons always. And they continued to pay tribute to Jacob until the day that he went down to Egypt. And the sons of Edom had not got quit of the yoke of servitude which the 12 sons of Jacob had imposed on them until this day. And these are the kings that reigned in Edom before there reigned any king over the children of Israel until this day, in the land of Edom. And Balak the son of Beor reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Danabah. And Balak died, and Jobab the son of Zerah of Bazor reigned in his stead. And Jobab died, and Azam of the land of Teman reigned in his stead. And Azam died, and Adath the son of Barad, who slew Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Avith. And Adath died, and Salman from Amasekah reigned in his stead. And Salman died, and Shaul of Ra'aboth by the river reigned in his stead. And Shaul or Saul died, and Baal Unan the son of Achbor reigned in his stead. And Baal Unan the son of Echor died, and Adath reigned in his stead. And the name of his wife was Meatabeth, the daughter of Matarat, the daughter of Metabedezabah. No, Metabeza, no, Bedzaab. These are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom. Okay, and that was describing Esau's conflict with Jacob's descendants, but suggests peaceful cohabitation is achievable. And we were dealing with the topic: is there any hope for Esau in the last days? So I only hope the reader and listen to this word will be blessed by this, and may Yahweh bless you, may Yahweh keep you, may Yahweh cause his face to shine upon you, may Yahweh be gracious to you, may Yahweh lift up his countenance upon you, and may Yahweh grant you everlasting peace in Yahshua HaMashiach's name I pray. Selah.